I'm Kate Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Batman issue number 38. What happens when the Dark Knight detective encounters a series of grisly murders modeled after his own rogues gallery? Well, let's hop on and find out what happens next, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, we see that Batman is living in semi-matrimonial bliss. Catwoman has moved on into the manor and it's all going pretty good. Elsewhere though, for a little kid named Matthew, it's not going so good. You see, Matthew's parents were part of the upper crust in Gotham City, rich people much like Bruce Wayne, and now they've both been brutally murdered. The kid is looking for any and all support he can find, and as such he reaches out to Bruce. After all, who could understand him better than someone who's more or less been through the same type of tragedy? Now, as Batman, Bruce vows to get to the bottom of these murders. He discovers that the MO is very similar to that of Mr.Zsazz, multiple stab wounds and all that. Zsazz even put 2 more ritualistic cuts into himself, which he normally only ever does after he's committed a crime, but that's quite impossible because, well, there's footage of him not leaving his cell. Batman manages to intercept a letter that was sent to Zsazz, you know, typical religious chain letter stuff, but he believes that it might actually be part of a bigger riddle. Batman's quest further takes him to, get this, Denny O'Neil Street. Yeah, we're going back to that thing now where we name streets after famous Batman writers. Pretty cool. Where in Zazz's childhood home, Batman finds 2 more people slain in the exact same style as the rich kid's parents. Now the plot is truly thickening, Batman believing that with 2 crime scenes this has to be the work of Two-Face, but on top of all of this, Batman also has to continue to mentor this poor Matthew kid through his tragedy. At first, they thought they had caught his parents' killer, now he knows that it's part of a bigger serial killing. All the while though, the kid just seems stoked to have Bruce Wayne in his life. After all, he's something of a role model to him. He suffered such a tragedy at a young age, and yet it didn't let him slow him down. He continued to be just such a good person. We'll come back to this. Batman ends up uncovering a 3rd crime scene, once again 2 victims, now with their arms pointed in places as to denote 2s on a clock. Batman starts to think that maybe Two-Face was attempting to frame Zsazz, but the whole thing just seems so odd to him. The crime scenes are rushed, and more importantly than that, why would Two-Face ever let a 3rd thing happen? But who possibly could have been close enough to all of these crimes, all of these murdered people, and have a motive to do what they did? What about the rich boy's butler? Yes, that's right, he killed the parents so he could control their estate. Yep, that's right, the butler did it, everybody. Now, if you think that's a trite, cliche conclusion to this mystery story, you're not alone. In fact, Batman stays up all night thinking about how easy that crime was to solve, almost as if a child had written it. And that's because, well, a child indeed wrote it. You see, the kid put his butler up to killing his parents and then covering it up, because Matthew is, get this, the ultimate Bruce Wayne fanboy. He wanted his parents dead so he could become just like his hero, Bruce. Batman tries to help the kid, saying that he's not okay, only for Matthew to fire back with the exact same words of encouragement Bruce had used to him. Oh, because I'm better than okay, I'm Bruce Wayne. And with that, the comic ends as it began. Bruce Wayne returns home, only for little Matthew to get himself locked up in Arkham, complete with 2 brand new Thomas and Martha Wayne scars on his face. So that was Batman number 38, everyone. A solid, if admittedly predictable, little mystery story. Again, I enjoyed the butler did it as a funny little throwaway joke, but if you followed enough stories like this, you know it's never the obvious person, it's always the other person. Never let it be said that Tom King doesn't have a creative mind, and I think smaller, more self-contained one-off stories like this are a great opportunity for him to shine. Also, if you followed my videos for a long time, you've perhaps heard my fan theory that I think deep down Tom King doesn't actually like Batman, and as such he takes opportunities to kind of take the piss out of him. This issue though kind of changes that perception in a big way. I don't think it's Batman Tom King has a problem with, it's Bruce Wayne he doesn't like. In fact, we even have a moment of realization where Matthew the crazy kid talks about how great it is to be Bruce Wayne, how much he wants to be Bruce Wayne, only for Batman to say, hey, stop that, it's stupid. And then the realization hits him like he never stopped to think about it before until right now. Overall, pretty cool little detective yarn. I would give it an 8 out of 10, so that's Batman, everyone. fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to take a look at some of these other videos I've been working on. Then you can follow me on social media at CapeJoel, so you always know what I got coming out next. And hey, if you're looking for a cheap place to buy comic book trades, including this one, please use my book depository link down in the description. Not only will you get a great deal and not have to pay a cent for shipping, but everything you buy goes to support me. And until next time, everyone, this has been CapeJoel. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.